Hello everybody, today we are here at NATS Swanwick Centre. Most of you will know that it's in this building where we control most of the aeroplanes that fly over the UK. But today we're going to show you something just a little bit different. We're inside the building now. I'm sure many of you know that there are two operations rooms here at Swanwick, London Area Control and London Terminal Control. But I wonder how many of you realise there's actually a third, London City Digital Tower. London City Airport was the first commercial UK airport to deploy this technology. So let's go and have a look inside. So we're now here with Laurie, one of the watch managers here at London City. So where are we, Laurie?
We're in the digital control room at Swanwick. So it's replaced the traditional tower back at London City. And we had an 18-metre 1980s build glass visual control room at City, and we've replaced that with a 50-metre mast topped with cameras that feed the image here for us to control from.
I mean, amazing in terms of technology, but how many cameras are there? How do they get the signal from London all the way down to just outside Southampton?
So it's all fibre connections, and we've got 14 cameras at the top of the mast with fixed viewpoints, and then 2 robot cameras called pan tilt zoom cameras that we can move around kind of like binoculars, but for the digital age. And when the picture gets here, we display them on nice big screens. We've got one screen per camera, and we take the 360-degree view and compress it onto 225-degree screens. What that means is that everything's always in your peripheral vision, nothing happens behind us anymore.
Now, London City, of course, the first commercial airport in the UK to deploy this technology. Pretty exciting, I think. How do you guys feel about it?
Yeah, it was really exciting when we were told that this was going to be happening. It's been a really interesting project, and it's really great to work here and see it fully operational. We're really proud of the system, and it's part of a wider expansion and redevelopment at the airport. London City's now got its full parallel taxiway, and that's why we're here, is to allow us to control that.
So what are the main differences between this digital environment and a conventional tower?
So the differences really are that we're looking at screens instead of windows. Fundamentally, the job is still the same. It's all about the controller's eyes looking for the aircraft. We just look at screens now.
And are there any other, there must be, improvements, enhancements in what you do here compared to what you were doing in a conventional tower?
So the system has some really nice features that can help you to do your job. One example that you can possibly see behind us now is that the radar labels are transposed onto the screen. That helps to narrow down the area you're looking in to visually acquire those aircraft. It also allows you to be much more heads up. You don't need to keep looking down at your radar screen. You can monitor the altitudes, rates of descent on your window display.
In a conventional tower, you can obviously hear what's going on the airfield. Can you hear what's going on here? So
yes, strangely enough, we can actually hear more of what's going on at the airfield than we could from the conventional tower. In a conventional tower, you're sitting behind triple glazing at London City, as it was. In this digital tower environment, there are 2 microphones on the exterior of the mast, and they give us a stereo sound input to the room.
Is it strange to sometimes see it raining in London, and when you go outside to go to your car at the end of a shift, it's glorious sunshine because we're 70 miles further south?
Yes, that wrapped up in these screens, you can get really immersed in the London weather. We have had it more than once where you get some strange looks as you walk out the room wrapped up in your jacket for the rainfall that doesn't exist.
Thanks, Laurie, that was great, and a fascinating insight into the future of air traffic control. Personally, I found that really, really interesting, and I hope you did at home.